Hello guys, this is the Jurassic Blocky guy here, and today we are going to be reviewing the DreamWorks live action How to Train Your Dragon Astrid with the Deadly Nadder. So without further ado, let's just get into my thoughts and opinions about this absolutely pretty good set that DreamWorks used to promote the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie. We'll start off with the Deadly Nadder first. As you can see, the sculpt on this dragon figure looks absolutely good. Like, it's actually probably my favorite sculpt, because it's my only dragon figure that I got out of this line. And as you can see, the sculpted details on the Deadly Nadder make it look like a lot more better than it's actually there. Like the horn, for example, is actually pretty well sculpted, as well as the scales on the lower jaw. The underbelly looks significantly nice with that How to Train Your Dragon logo on it. And I think the pattern on the wings looks absolutely beautiful. And I mean, you got these whatchamacallit, feathers on it, I think. I don't know. But I do have a few nitpicks with this one. For example, the saddle on the figure is just completely colored in a black color. I mean, saddles that Vikings use are supposed to be more like with a leather brown on it and some greenish fur details on it. But here, I'm not sure why they decided to give it this black color scheme, which is not necessarily a good thing about this figure, but it's still amazing nonetheless. Another detail that I noticed, like a nitpick that I have with it, is the unpainted claws on the wings, and with pretty much the Jurassic World Mattel figures, the unpainted toenails, or at least unpainted claws for that matter. I mean, you could paint the horn and the horn crown and the spikes along the back white, but you can't do that to the claws on the wings and on the feet. Seriously, DreamWorks, this is your first live action movie and you're gonna give a figure unpainted claws on it? But that's not my only nitpick about it, as my biggest gripe about it is the freaking tail. If you can see that properly. There it goes. The spikes on it are not even that painted well. I mean, you can literally see them not painted very good with the figure. So, I would want to say that it's not pretty good. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but the figure is still good on it. And I don't understand that the underbelly coloration goes from the lower jaw to literally down here. And it just they plan to sculpt a bit more on the tail, but it's just this entire blue color. And as well as the underside of the wings aren't even painted as well. And other than that, I think the figure looks pretty good. As for the articulation of this figure, there's not much to it. If you hold down on the top part of his mouth, you can see it has like an overbite. It has like a small spring mechanic onto it where like if you hold down a certain part of the figure's mouth and let go of it, it just closes back shut. And it's actually kind of the same gimmick for the wings here. You pretty much just lift them up, and if you let them go, they would go immediately back down because of the gimmick. I mean, sure, on some of the other figures, like where they have like a ball joint and a hinge joint on the figure, well, there's only articulation of the legs, which is not relatively good. They can just move this and that. But still, it still is not like a bad thing necessarily. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, these are real feel dragon wings. And they kind of feel like actual dragon wings, but for me, it just feels like a base of rubber. And I mean literally, the arm is just sculpted onto the rubber. I mean, yeah, you would probably think, oh, you're just griping about this thing a little too much. But no, I would prefer DreamWorks will like make the arms on like a plastic material and the rubber wings that attach to it. And in my opinion, paint that claw on the wing too, for both of them. But other than just those nitpicks, I say it's pretty good. And it's also accompanied by this Astrid figure. Not necessarily the best figure in this line. Don't get me wrong, it has decent articulation on the head, the arms, the legs, by the thighs and the knees. And overall, the way that she looks just feels so much like the actual movie. I mean, I'm not even joking. The sculpt of this small figure here is just incredible. And I mean, if we get like a mainline Mattel figure for an example, they would be about this size. Whereas DreamWorks made these smaller figures have some decent articulation to them. And one thing that I have like with my Astrid figure, like I'm not sure if everyone else has this problem with a few others, but yeah, this leg can just pop off whenever it wants to. And every time when it pops off, I would just always have to put it back on there. Now, you would probably be saying, you can just pretty much just use a hairdryer and warm water on the joint to like at least make it more sturdier on it. But I'm not sure if I can actually do that, since the joint on it is just so small, and the short dress that accompanies it can probably get melted along with how hot the hairdryer can get. And besides, warm water can just loosen like points on a figure if you just set it in there for like a minute or more. And something that I noticed recently is that the Astrid, that she actually has like shoulder pivot, like literally you can move the shoulders in and out too, which is something I didn't notice until recently. But I think the main part about these figures, as I kind of showcase y'all, like there's these weird pegs on the dragon saddle, right? And these weird holes on the Astrid figure, right? Well, the main gimmick with these How to Train Your Dragon toys is just with the holes on the human figures and the pegs on the dragon, so you can just pop them on there like so. And there we go. And for me at least, like when you put the Astrid figure on the deadly nadder, I think this would also be like a big gripe that I have with it. Like this is my complaint right here. Like I made the mouth and open earlier, like I said, right? But if you put the Astrid figure on there, the crown of horns on the back of his head cannot like make the mouth open, so I can't like when it flies, I just can't make it shoot out fireballs, which DreamWorks had like already like made a figure called the Plasma Blast Nadder that literally shoots out these fireball projectiles. But I don't have that because I just think it's just rather lame and is more built for little kids than rather for teenagers / adult collectors. So, what do I think of this overall? And look at that, the light just popped off on it like I told you. So what do I think of this set overall? I think it's pretty good. Like, at least somewhat. There are a few missed opportunities they could have done with this, but it's not my least favorite How to Train Your Dragon set out of these. And plus, the real feel dragon wings, like I expected the attempt, but at the end of the day, it just feels more like rubber than real dragon wings. And now, I will probably be reviewing the Hiccup and Toothless set, like the Hiccup and Toothless pack, as well as Fish Legs and the Grunkle, which has real feel dragon wings for the Toothless and the Grunkle figure. Also, a fun fact here is that the deadly nadder that Astrid rode on, she actually named it Stormfly, which pretty much How to Train Your Dragon fans would pretty much know about this name for this specific dragon. But by watching a few YouTube videos on the animated How to Train Your Dragon movie, and as well as the sequels and a few of the TV shows that accompany it, and as well as a couple of short films, they just used the word Stormfly for this particular deadly nadder that Astrid rides on. So, that has been my figure review right here. So, I like how it turned out great, but DreamWorks could have done better with a few things on it before it went to the final result. But still, it's a pretty great figure set, and I would pretty much recommend it. And as always, goodbye.